Sir पे ज्वाइन नहीं करेंगे।
Hi, all of you. Good evening. Can you all confirm if you can hear me fine, good and loud? Can you all confirm? Hi, Amit. Good evening. Good evening. Hello, Avnish. Basant, Vasudev. Can you all hear me loud and clear? Am I audible and am I streaming fine? Okay, excellent. So happy to have all of you on this session. Hi, Shubham. Good evening. Good evening. So just to tell all our attendees, I had planned a live session a couple of days ago, but because of heavy rains, because of internet problems, I had to disconnect. I couldn't complete that session. I couldn't start off for that matter. So today's session is essentially undoing that problem that we had. Hi, Manind. Shubham Shaurya. We have two of you here. One just Shubham and also Shubham Shaurya. Hi, Vivek. Hi, Vivek. So some of you have joined me on the dashboard. Others have joined me on the YouTube. No worries, Harsha. So YouTube is also good enough. Okay, no issues. Yes, correct. You are right. So I was not able to do my workshop, which was planned earlier this week. Hi, Venkatesh. Hi, Venkatesh. So welcome all of you to this workshop that we have on essays. Essays, I mean, 250 marks is a very important paper of UPSC. In many ways, a lot of students do not get good ranks or they miss out qualifying. One big reason is essays. Of course, all the other papers are important, but you know what happens in essays is the fluctuations of marks is immense. In a very, every possibility, if you are scoring in the range of 100, 105, 90, 95, your chances of qualifying or getting good rank dramatically drops. It kind of dives. And whereas if you score in the range of 125, 130, 135, your chances of getting a good rank increases dramatically. Okay, so that's one reason why essays are considered, because see, in other papers, the fluctuations are not as much. If you look at the high rankers and those who get lesser ranks, of course, there's a difference. But not as dramatic. And in terms of marks improvement also, essays can show a dramatic improvement. From scoring 90, 9500, your marks can suddenly shoot up to 125, 130, 135. A same student, same type of writing skills, same language. In 1 year, he can score 135, 140. In the following attempts, the marks can dip down to 105, 90, and lesser. So it is this reason why essays are considered to be, in some ways, decisive in getting ranks. And marks improvement in essays, I feel, is far easier than the marks improvement in any other papers. Okay, so I hope this workshop gives you that insight. करना क्या है, कैसे पढ़ना है. Okay, and one more pointer for all of you. See, earlier, if you look at the type of topics asked before 2013, 14, the topics were a lot around current affairs, women issues, poverty issues, governance and polity. The topics were around environmental problems, security concerns. So those type of essays required some bit of GS content. They required some bit of current affairs, and GS was a very important aspect of your preparation. So most of the teachers, most of the institutes also, they promoted the idea that do the essays after the GS is over, or at least a substantial part of GS is taken care. But now if you look at the type of topics asked and what they expect out of you from essays, my recommendation is that you do not have to wait for the GS to get over. You can start essays preparation as early as possible. In fact, I won't be discouraging you if essays is the beginning point of your UPSC preparation. Those of you who are in college, those who are still on the margins, fences, thinking on should you go all out or not, exploring whether you should quit a job or not. That's, I think, a right time to start essays writing. Because if you can develop something around essays writing, the way the topics are asked, your GS preparation will also get organized in some ways. Okay, so two things I'm trying to emphasize on. One is that essays are decisive. Essays marks in many ways fluctuate dramatically, and to improve essays marks is comparatively far more manageable if you follow a process compared to all other subjects that you're preparing. And the second, of course, is you don't have to wait for the GS to get over. Start essays preparation as quickly as possible. Okay, so before I start off, if you can confirm, you can see my screen. Is my screen visible to all of you? Can you all see my screen? Yeah. So welcome all of you to our essays workshop. And I hope I can give you some insights. I can give you some wisdom on how to prepare, what to focus on. So Edukemy's essays workshop. And today I will in particular talk about how to deal with philosophical topics, how to demystify philosophical topics. I'm sure you have seen the type of topics asked. The topics are wisdom topics, the topics are abstract topics, the topics are some quotations of some famous scholar, the topics are like proverbs. They do not ask current affairs, at least not as frequently as they used to. Although in the last year's paper, they did ask one on social media. Okay. Hi, Hemant, good evening. Amit, Venkatesh, Harsha, Vivek, Shubham, all of you. Tabashir, Manind, Bahadur Alam, hello, good evening. Okay. Hi, Meghna, Varsha. Thanks for joining in on the dashboard. So today's workshop is on how to deal with philosophical topics, right? So now, before I start off what I have in mind, uh, can you give me a list of questions that bother you? When you think of essays or when you have written some essays, what are the questions that have bothered you? Can you quickly tell me? Okay. What are the questions you intend to have answer to? So if you want me to discuss something, what are those questions? So that we can get started with whatever concerns you. Okay, let's see. Whatever you have been worried about, whatever you are concerned about, what you think are your strengths, how to start essays, excellent. So that's one question asked. Anupam says, how to start essays. How to start essays. Fine. Anybody else? Anybody else? Okay. Shubham or Varsha, what is it that you want me to answer? How to generate dimensions. How to generate dimensions. Perfect. So that's one question. What words or what lines make essays more effective? So how to make essays effective? Excellent. Effective, essentially, how to get marks. That's what you're asking me. Shubham, how to develop dimensions. Excellent. You also tell me how to have brainstorming. Okay. What should be the body of the essays? Okay. How to develop the body of the essays. You have difficulty in understanding the philosophical questions. Excellent, Bahadur. So the topic topic understanding itself is an issue. How to understand topics. Very excellent, very nice. How to use philosophical thoughts. Okay, how to use philosophical thoughts. Philosophical thoughts, fine. Okay. Anybody else, any questions? What are the issues that bother you? So you have said how to start essays, how to generate dimensions, fine. How to develop dimensions, get it? How to make essays more effective, how to brainstorm, as in how to generate. Brainstorm is essentially part of generating dimensions. Counter arguments. Should we have counter arguments? So your questions are really deep. Should we have counter arguments or not? Okay. So let me rephrase my question. If I was to ask you, tell me what are the two things you want to work on so that you can score good in essays? What are the two things that you will want to work on? Okay. Length of essay. Okay, fine, Harsha. Your question is, what is the length of the essay? Okay. How many words? How many pages? But I'm rephrasing my question. If I was to ask you, tell me two things you can improve on, two things you can work on. What are the two things you want to work on? What is it? How to prepare templates for essay. Shreya, I'm not very sure what you mean by that. If you can elaborate, how to make templates, mean some kind of a format, maybe you're talking about, maybe. Okay. What else? What are the two things you want to work on? What are the two things you want to work on? Flow and how to make connections. Okay. So how to develop flow and how to develop connections, how to have a proper sequence, okay. Better articulation, Shubham, is part of language, how to develop a good language, how to have a good introduction, Gitanjali, okay? So you want to work on good introduction, how to expand the topic, part of dimensions, yes. Shiv says content and structuring. So content essentially, so many of you have this query around how to develop dimensions. Okay, so I can see this is the common. What should the content be? Okay, what resources? Okay, excellent, Shivam. What are the resources you can refer to? What books to read? What articles to read? Okay, how to write a different philosophical essays? How to convert daily knowledge? Okay, Pratibha. Okay, so by the way, before I move on, are you all aware of a Telegram channel we have? Essays with Edukemy. Essays with Edukemy. This is a Telegram channel. Please join this Telegram channel. And on this channel, Dev Sir, he has been one of the mentors. Today, he's not well. He's down with COVID. So he cannot join us. Dev Sir and I, we are there. And Dev Sir has a lot of good videos you can go back and look up on our Edukemy channel. So all of you, please join this Telegram channel. Okay? Essays with Edukemy. Right, okay. So let's get started. So I think I have a fair list of, yeah, thanks. All of you on the chat link, you can click and join directly. I'm good, Hemant, I'm good, I'm fine. Dev Sir is not well. Shubham, you're asking me, understanding the topic, organizing the topic, how to brainstorm. Okay, now, see, whatever you have told me, ये जो आपने कहा मुझे, whatever you have told me, see, I have anticipated this and I made my own list of questions. Almost I know what you'll ask me. You've asked me on how to write introductions. You asked me which books to read, what resources to start with. Language you have been concerned about. You've been concerned about how to develop dimensions. One of you asked me how many words to write, what length of the essays. And some of you others, if you had waited long enough, ये पूछा आपने, how to develop the flow in the essays. Okay, so more or less, I have anticipated your questions, isn't it? How to link the flow idea of an essay is how to link. And some of the other sessions, I have seen students ask me about, sir, can we start with a story? Okay, well, how many quotations you must have? ये बड़े popular questions होते हैं. Okay. Okay, Ashwini, thank you so much. I'm very happy. All of you, we have AI tool called as Ask Yuki. Ask Yuki. The URL is https:// and askyuki.com. So if you have not joined this, please join this. Okay, so it'll help you in developing model answers, planning your content, short notes, essays writing. So this is an AI tool that I have developed. I and Dave together with our team have developed. So please look this up. Okay, fine. So I'll come to your question here, Harsha. How many essays? Okay. Now see. Now all of you pay attention now. The biggest challenge in philosophical essays are these three challenges. Okay, so you have got it right more or less. One big challenge is how to understand the topic. The topic itself are not really convenient topics. The topics demand some introspection, deep dive. The topics demand that you should be able to comprehend some language. You must understand certain terms. So topic itself is a challenge. The second challenge, like most of you have identified, is developing dimensions. I agree on this. And third, you have said is how to structure. So all the three are valid doubts, and you all have identified that. Now, something more on this. Okay, now, stay with me. Now, when you write essays, okay, this is my suggestion. Think of essays writing like a game. See, when you play a game, say I go to a place and I want to play a game. I want to play something with my friends. And that game I do not know. So what do I do? What do I do so that I can play that game? Okay, what I do is, number one, I ask for what are the rules of the game, isn't it? If I have to play a game and win the game, I ask what are the rules. A second, I ask how to score. If it's a cricket, then the rules are, some rules of batting, bowling, fielding, and how to score. Hit the runs. Okay, 4 runs, 6 runs. How to score? Take wickets. How to score? Do some fielding. So, koi bhi game mein, these two are very important things. So, similarly, I'll say when you think of essays like a game. Okay, the essays writing has some rules, some do's and don'ts hota hai essays mein, and the essays writing will also uh, have some tools, techniques, some formats on how to score. So think of essays like a game. Now, uh, like I said, you should know the rules and you should know the scores, because see what happens is whatever questions you're asking me about, sir, what to read, what not to read, how to develop a flow, how to introduce, what dimensions. All these questions are actually about how to score. So rather than asking me, sir, what dimensions I must develop, first know what type of dimension will give you marks. Okay. What type of flow will give you marks? Ultimately, the whole game is that you have to score marks. Now, to know this, first you have to know what is UPSC testing. In essays, they are testing something out of you. They want to assess something out of you. There's a reason why the topics are the way they are. So the first, insight, okay, you must have is what is UPSC testing? Because see, if you look at the papers, you have 2 papers in optional. You have 4 papers in GS. You already have 6 papers, which are a subjective writing. And these subjects, they are testing your current affairs. They are testing your knowledge on history, on polity, on economy, on environment. They're testing your knowledge vis-a-vis Indian laws, governance, principles. They're testing knowledge around your subject. Okay. So itna kuch karne ke baad mein, why does UPSC have another paper called essays? Ye essays paper extra kyun hai? Okay, 2 optionals together make up 500 marks. The GS paper together make up 1,000 marks. 1,500 marks, they already have asked you. Then why do they ask you to write another subjective write-up of 250 words? So that is the purpose of why essays are there in UPSC. So details of which, of course, when you log on to our course, you can see what I've discussed. So ye sabse pehla question, first important question, because if you do not know what they are testing, you do not know the rules. If your assumption is that they are testing current affairs, then your preparation will be current affairs. If your assumption is that they're testing language, your assumption will be, let me improve my language. If your assumption is that they're testing knowledge, then your task will be, let me read whatever books I can. So when I'm telling you that look at UPSC as a game, where you should know the rules, you should know what are the say scoring techniques. So you have to ask yourself what UPSC is testing, and very sure UPSC is not testing your language. UPSC is not testing current affairs. UPSC is not testing knowledge and concepts. Of course, having good language helps. I'm not saying no. If you can write with current affair, it helps. If you know concept, it helps. But this is not the objective of the essay. I'll give an analogy to all of you. See, when you are given a question paper in polity or GS1, okay, most of you, I believe, have signed up for English medium as a question medium, correct? Can I assume that? Either you are English medium or you are Hindi medium. Largely, ये दो होगा और क्या होगा? Okay. So when you have signed up for the examination and you are going to write the GS paper 1, okay, the paper 1 question paper English में है. You must write in English language also. But are they testing your English language? GS paper 2 is also in English language, and you write in English language. Are they testing your English language? Anupam, are they testing your English language? Or are they testing your Hindi language? The answer is no, they are not. But if you do not know English, फिर लिखोगे कैसे आप? If you do not know the medium called Hindi, how will you read the question paper? So language is important. Language is the medium of communication. Language is, okay, is the, is what you will write in. But language is not being tested. If you have good language, your writing skill is better. Okay. But when I'm teaching geography or I teach environment or I'm teaching social issues, am I teaching language to you? Not really. That's not the objective. Okay. That's why I'm saying language is not being tested, but language matters. Current affair is not being tested, but current affair matters. Okay. I hope you understand this point. They are not testing your knowledge concepts, but knowledge concept matters. So what, okay, they are testing. The hint is, think of, why is UPSC asking you abstract philosophical topics? Some of you maybe know this, but I'm trying to hammer this down to all of you. Okay, because the type of queries you've asked me, how to write dimensions, how to develop the flow, how can you develop language, what books to read, it tells me you have still not thought about what is UPSC testing. You have still not thought about what is the rule of essays writing. What will you do to score good in essays? So you must think on, why is UPSC asking abstract topics? Why is UPSC asking you philosophical topics? Anybody has an answer to that? I think some of you may have thought on this. I'm not saying no. But why? They could have asked you any current affair topics. Why do they ask philosophical topics? The answer is, okay, they are testing fundamentally 3 skills. They are testing your problem-solving skills. They are testing your critical thinking skills. And very importantly, they are testing your authenticity. Who exactly you are as a person and a personality. तो क्या dimensions लिखना है? What dimensions to write? What books to read? These are the 3 important things the essays paper is testing. The essays paper is testing who you are, how authentic you are. It is testing, okay, your thinking ability, critical thinking ability, and they are testing your problem-solving skills. Yes, Harsha. When I say original thinking is a critical thinking skills. Original thinking is authenticity. I hope all of you understand what I mean by authenticity. Authenticity is something that you believe in with conviction, something that you can write with lot of firm belief, something that you can talk about, and it is not an idea you have put up for sake of saying something good, nice. You really believe in those virtues. You really believe in those ideas that you have. Ashwini, yes, I'm not saying no, yes, but creativity is under dimension. Your essays can be very creative, I'm not saying no, but creativity is actually not being tested. I'm testing essentially your problem. You are being selected for becoming an IAS officer. You are being selected to become a bureaucrat. You are being selected to become an administrator. ठीक है? So उसमें creativity है तो अच्छी बात है, but the bigger aspects are problem solving skills and the rest. Look at this topic. Okay, the topic is, see what they're doing. Okay, 20 topics. Thinking is like a game. It does not begin without opposition. Thinking is like a game. It does not begin without opposition. The cost of doing wrong is less than the cost of doing nothing. Inspiration for creativity springs from the efforts to look for magical in the mundane. Yes, Meghna. UPSC tests how well one can make others understand a situational topic in the simplest way. Yes, but for what? UPSC is not testing your teaching skills. UPSC is testing how well you understand. It is testing how deep you believe in those ideas. It's our wisdom, understand this. All these topics essentially are wisdoms. In some ways, they are some aspect of a truth. Okay. So they're testing आपको ये समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं, and you will write about that and demonstrate it. Okay, so I'm sure you have seen some of these topics. So let this be clear, all of you. UPSC is testing your authenticity, UPSC is testing your thinking, your skills, and UPSC is testing your problem solving skills. That's why what they do is they give you a vague topic, a topic which has no boundaries, no limits, a topic which can't be contained in one theme. वो एकदम खुला छोड़ देते हैं कि जाओ ये ज्ञान दे दिया, go right. Okay, so that ways they can test your wisdom. That ways they can test your understanding of whatever you are trying to tell or whatever you read. So the question is, why these topics are asked? Okay, like I said, now the writing philosophical essays becomes tricky primarily because the concepts are understood intuitively, but writing about them and elaboration is tricky. These are topics, or these are about concepts which you will definitely understand. As a बहुत कम case होगा where you have a problem in understanding what the topic is. आपको topic more or less समझ में आ रहा होगा. More or less you have a fair idea about what the topic is. The challenge will be how to write about it and how to elaborate it. That will be a challenge. Okay, so let me give you an example. Dekho, say I give you a word called freedom. Do you all understand this word freedom? ऐसा कोई है a session में who does not understand this word called freedom? Anybody? Or think of this idea called equality. can you all understand the idea called, समझ में आता है क्या है? Idea called happiness. ये समझ में आ रहा है? An idea called courage. ये समझ में आ रहा है? An idea called loyalty. Okay. So these words, you know, it is very intuitive. समझ में आ रहा है क्या है? Okay. But if I ask you this word, elaborate about it, on it. If I ask you, think dimensions around this, then you will have a problem. That's what I mean. That these are topics that you understand intuitively, okay, but you'll have problem in structuring it. You have a problem in elaborating it. So when you know something intuitive and you can elaborate, or you have dimensions, this will tell me your depth of understanding. Yes, right, Rishabh. You're very right. Okay. So what they're testing to some extent is how deep you understand this. Freedom समझ में आ रहा है, but इसके बारे में write in about 500 words. So writing this 500 words, okay, will tell us, how deep our understanding is. Okay, and writing about it will also establish how well, okay, we appreciate it. How well we appreciate it. Do we really believe in this or not? That's what I mean by authenticity. So essays writing does that to you. So now, the challenge is, therefore, I said, because you cannot elaborate much, they look vague. Most of you have a challenge, okay, of depth, ki kitna deep jaye, and how to write so that, okay, our writing looks credible. I told you one very important thing is that you must have authenticity. You must be authentic in what you write. Authenticity can be established if you write credible writing with examples, linking with what you see around you. Absolutely, Akash, correct. So this type of writing somewhere is a test of your character. It becomes a test of a character. So philosophical essays, they are difficult because there is an inherent vagueness about them. You do not know how deep you must go, and difficult to project your authenticity, okay, whether you really believe in those topics or not. So philosophical essays, there has to be, so the purpose of philosophical essays essentially is, okay, to understand, to project how deeply you understand a topic, how well you connect with the topic, and of course, can you apply the concept or not. So the dimensions बनाओगे ना, make dimensions around this. Don't make any vague dimensions. The dimensions must establish that you can connect with the idea. The dimensions must establish you understand the idea very strongly. The dimensions must be such that it can demonstrate, you can apply what you understand from that philosophical topic. मैं कहा था ना कि आपको rules of the game पता होना चाहिए. Rules of the game is this. So your questions around how to develop a flow, what type of intro to write down, how to develop dimensions, यही है. Have dimensions which illustrate your connect with the wisdom. Have dimensions that establish that you understand the topic very well, and have dimensions that demonstrate that you can apply the wisdom to what you see around you. Okay, and this together is your personality. This together is a test of who you are as a person. Guys, am I able to help you understand what essays writing is? So essays writing में मैं आपको okay, current affairs पढ़ाकर I can't help you score marks. I must teach you how to write with authenticity. I cannot teach you okay no, some language and score marks. Bahadur, वही idea है. Can you write essay using GS topics? Yes, you can. But if you fill up your essay with GS content, you won't get marks. Okay. The GS content will not get you marks unless you write in such a way that you can establish, you connect with the topic. There is an authenticity that you have with the topic. Okay. The GS content must establish that you understand the topic. The GS content should be such that you can demonstrate, you can apply the topic wisdom. So just writing GS content won't get you marks. That's our point. Think of this topic. Watch here. आप ये topic देखो. This was the topic, one of the PYQs है. The doubter is the true man of science. The doubter is a true man of science. Tell me, all of you, tell me. Okay. What is the core idea of this topic? What is the core idea of this topic? This was a topic asked in one of the previous years. The doubter is a true man of science. What is the central message? What is the central message of this topic? Yes, correct. The central message, yeah, but doubter is somebody who questions. Doubter is somebody who is curious. Doubter is somebody, okay, who challenges. Okay, somebody who is opposed to dogmas. He will not accept what is told to him. Okay, somebody who doubts. Somebody who doubts is a true man of science. I don't know is the way to discover. Yes, right, Shubham, very nice. So the central message is, okay, that scientific, rational person is one who questions, or who thinks, who is curious. In some way, if I say the scientific rationality is modernity, okay, a true modern man is somebody who challenges all established notions. Yes, Meghna, yes. तो ये सेंट्रल थीम है. तो इस सेंट्रल थीम में आप सोचो, okay, how can you write this? So first tell me one thing. Do you all believe in this idea or not? How many of you will call yourself a man of culture? How many of you will call yourself a man who respects tradition? How many of you will call yourself a person who is proud of the culture he is grown in? How many of you will call yourself a person who believes Okay, that maintaining the traditional order is a respectable thing. Batao, how many of you? I mean, we all have uh, grown up like that, no? Rishabh, you believe that? Excellent. Yes. So how many of you are there in that session right now who believe that you are a man of culture, you are a man of tradition, a man who believes, in the grand past of our civilization, somebody who believes, okay, there is truth to whatever has been taught to us through our traditional practices. How many of you believe that? How many of you have embraced it? Yes, Anupam, you have embraced it. Rishabh embraced it. Yes, yes. So now see, this topic is telling you that if you don't doubt the traditions, if you don't doubt, okay, your past, your culture, if you do not challenge the social norms, then you are not scientific. Okay, so Bahadur, Anupam, Rishabh, you cannot write this topic with conviction. ये टॉपिक कह रहा है कि a person who challenges traditions, who challenges established norms, a person who questions everything, maybe even your own culture, is a man of science. If you are a person who is respecting of all traditional values, फिर आप ये टॉपिक नहीं लिख पाओगे. You will not be authentic in this topic, and that is where you lose marks. Did you understand what I'm trying to tell you? अगर ये टॉपिक कह रहा है that one who doubts is a true man of science, one who questions, one who rebels, okay, one who is not willing to accept all established dogmas given to him, he is a man of science. तो आपने पहले से कह दिया, ऋषभ and Conqueror and Anupam, okay, and Bahadur and Vivek, फिर तो आप ये टॉपिक लिख नहीं पाओगे. That's what I mean by, okay, not completely believe. I don't believe. Shubham, well, okay, you can have degree, but I think most of us have been brought up with, okay, the message or the morality of old is gold, all tradition is great, social values are important, respect your religious thoughts. You can't question some of, the notions. Well, I do not know, Rishabh. If you say fine, I'll believe it. But अगर आप उस टाइप के पर्सन हो, तब आप ये टॉपिक नहीं लिख पाओगे. Okay. Which means somewhere you don't understand this topic is about challenging everything that we know. Okay. So how many of you are questioning, okay, your religion? How many of you are questioning your government? How many of you question what has been taught to you? How many of you question, okay, your traditions? How many question your social values? How many are challenging authority? आप बताओ. अगर ये नहीं कर पा रहे हो, फिर ये डाउटर जो वर्ड है ना, ये डाउटर का मीनिंग क्या है, आप वो मिस कर रहे हो. वेंकटेश, I don't know, okay, how you how you explain that. I think in our traditions there are crazy irrational ideas. In our rituals, in our culture, the crazy irrational ideas. I do not know how do you actually say you don't believe in some of the ideas. I do not know. I mean, ask us of honesty. It's not for me to judge here. Okay. So अगर आपका okay वो वाला थोड़ा सा लूज एंड है, you cannot connect, you can't understand. That's why आप अप्लाई भी नहीं कर पाओगे. These topics are almost challenging you and your mindset. Did you understand what I mean by authenticity now? You can't write these topics अगर वहां doubts हैं आपके. Okay. So in these type of topics, what does not work is, there's one technique in essay people talk about, pestle technique. Political angle, economic angle, social angle, technological angle, ecological angle, legal angle. Okay. This is one technique that students are taught, the pestle technique. In philosophical essays, pestle technique does not work. And this is a very convenient technique. This is a very, very popular technique. This technique works generally with topics which have current affair base, topics which are issues based. I can talk about environment from the political dimension, economic dimension, social dimension. But how do I use pestle technique in these type of topics? So this is one of the problems you have in philosophical essays writing. Pestle technique does not work in philosophical essays. Okay. So what works? So what exactly works in essays writing? Okay. One thing is knowing these philosophies and mapping these to the topics. There are many more philosophies, but I put my money on these 7. अगर ये 7 philosophies आपने ढंग से पढ़ लिया और समझ लिया, what are they? Okay, what do they mean? How can you apply these philosophies? If you can do that, okay, you will be able to score decent marks. So philosophical topics is one way of developing a philosophical topic is know the philosophies. So Stoicism, Aurelius Marcus, existentialism, absurdism, nihilism, idealism, rationalism, Advait. So आपको ये philosophies रटना नहीं है, समझना है. You understand these philosophies. Okay. This is one step of getting good marks in philosophical topics. You must understand this. You must appreciate. So all of you can write this list down. इसके बारे में पढ़ो. The topics I have seen last, say 4 years of topics को, invariably you can map to any one of these or 2, 3 of these. So that's one technique of scoring in philosophical essays. Know these philosophies, apply them. Okay. A ship in harbor is safe, but that is not what a ship is for. This another is PYQ. Rishabh, the lot of videos on the YouTube, you can look that up. On Edukemy channel also, Dev Sir has recorded short 1 to 3 minutes of videos on this. Egalitarian, okay, is not a philosophy, it's a value. Okay, egalitarianism is part of idealism. It's one type of idealism. In fact, it's also one type of rationalism also. ठीक है? So come back here on this topic. What is the core of this topic? Yes, yes, you can, Rishabh. You can. I'll come to that. I'm just demonstrating for all of you. What do you think is the core of this topic? Let's see. इसका central message क्या है? What is the central message in this topic? Anybody? What is the central message in this topic? Getting out of comfort zone. Excellent. Yes, correct. Okay. But देखो, इसमें एक और पार्ट है. Okay. Courage, yes. इसका एक और पार्ट है. This part here. That is not what the basically the message is telling us, that ship should be out in the seas. Ships should explore. Ships should be ready to take on the unknowns. ठीक है? So go in the sea, explore. There is a courage dimension. ठीक है? अब मुझे एक और चीज बताओ. ये जो पार्ट है, that is not what the ship is for. What does this mean? What does this mean? So ships are made to face the unsafe. So courage ठीक है. But इसका पार्ट की मीनिंग क्या है? What does this mean here? That is not what the ship is for. Anybody tell me what this means? ये क्यों बोला? So this topic, yes, it is about courage, okay, plus something else. ये कुछ और भी कहना चाह रहा है. Yes. Okay, Ashwini. Okay, Anupam. Meghna, maybe you have some idea. Find the purpose. What the meaning of this? It is not what the ship is for. इसका मतलब क्या है? This basically means that courage is important, and if you don't have courage, you are wasting yourself. If you don't have courage, okay, you will destroy yourself. A ship that stands the harbor will rust. It will break down. It will become useless. So, इस टॉपिक का दो पार्ट है. Courage is important. If you don't have courage, you will waste yourself, your skills, your abilities. Okay, exploration is a very important virtue. If you don't explore, okay, then you are wasting your talent. That is not what you are made for. It's a colossal loss of resource. Can you all appreciate this, all of you, what I'm telling you? कि अगर करेज नहीं है तो आप वेस्ट कर रहे हो अपने आप को. अगर एक्सप्लोर नहीं कर रहे हो, you are wasting your talent. Okay. Now tell me, how many of you believe in this? ये तो ना कहने वाली बात है. One aspect is, चलो, good thing we must say, we say. Because if you don't believe in this, फिर authenticity नहीं आएगा. If you don't understand the depth of what it is telling us, you will not have the depth in your writing either. And if I'm mapping this to the philosophies, okay, very important philosophy I can map this to is, okay, the philosophy of existentialism. That we have to give meanings to our life and purpose. we have to give meanings to our efforts. And if we do not do that, we will waste ourselves. So अगर आपको existentialism नहीं पता है, आप ये essay will always be a shallow essay. How to develop dimensions? There is no magic. Then you ask me, sir, what book should I read? Okay, this is the type of content you must read. Am I able to explain? Okay, what I want to explain, I want you to tell me yes, no, or maybe I will demonstrate in some ways. समझ में आ रहा all of you? How to learn this, guys? We are starting an essays course. Okay, in fact, some of you have enrolled with us, and this is your first session. I'm explaining what essays writing is. I'll recommend all of you, you can consider to join us in the essays course. And the essays course is a set of video classes, a set of live sessions with me and Dave, and also a set of tests. The video classes you can watch at your speed. Okay, so I'll recommend, I'm risking sounding immodest. I firmly believe nobody teaches essays writing the way UPSC demands essays writing. जो चाहिए essays writing में, it is not out there. People talk about other techniques of writing. And I think I have cracked the essays writing technique to some extent. Okay, and it's not an expensive course. If you do not take the test, the course is just, I think, what, 4,000 or 5,000 rupees. And it's a dump of, I said, videos and classes. You can view the videos 3, 4, 5 times. आपको समझ में आ जाएगा setting क्या होता है. Harsha, today's workshop is just initiation to tell you, what essays mean. I cannot teach everything here. Okay, just explaining. So essays writing, these are the 4 aspects of essays writing. Dissect a topic. Okay, go dive deep into the topic. Bind the topic, the write-up to the topic. Okay, and connect the topic with what's happening around you. Okay, this I think is the core of your good philosophical, and each of these are skills. How to dissect the topic, how to enter into a topic and break it apart. Bahadur, in the essays course, we have lot of reading material. आप उतना ही पढ़ लेना, आपका बन जाएगा. Okay, the lot of reading material, the lot of books you can. I've given you summaries of about 7, 8, 10 books. So if you can be with me in the course, you not need to at least read more books to start with. These are the 4 parts of a good essay. Dissect the topic, learn to do that. Then you dive deep. Go deep inside the topic. Okay. Bind the write-up to the topic asked. Ashwini, we have launched it. Today is the first class. There is no 26-based course. आप जो चल रहा है उसी में join कर सकते हैं. Okay, I think there is one link on your chat. It's pinned up. Akash, that will be a difficult one to answer. Can you all see, all those who are on the YouTube, can you see the message we have pinned? ऊपर pin up कर दिया हम लोगों ने. Direct link to the course. You can click that, you can join us. And I'll recommend all of you, please join our Telegram channel. Essays with Edukemy. Okay, Essays with Edukemy. इसको ज्वाइन कर लो आप लोग. Absolutely, Akash. Yes. I'll just to give an idea about the entire course. Just a minute. Just a minute, please. Yes. Okay, so I am showing you the structure of the course that we have. The essay course is actually a 4-week course. 4-week course, and in the first week, you will be taught foundations of essays writing, and you'll be taught what makes a good essay. So foundations and what makes a good essay. This tells you what is essays in UPSC. So I will talk about what are the myths of essays, what are the dilemmas of essays writing, what type of skills you require for essays writing. Okay, what makes a good essay? I will teach you how to analyze a topic, how to paraphrase, how to structure the essay, how to develop deep insights, how to develop language, and बहुत सारे activities हैं. You also will get reading material. Can you all see my screen, all of you? So these two are part of week 1. Can you all see the screen? Week 2 will have this one. Deep dive. Deep dive is week 2. In the second week. In the deep dive, okay, we teach you things like how to write introductions, how to write conclusions, how to develop the core of the essay, how to develop arguments. And then again, you have activities, some small exercises. This is week 2. Week 3 is a technique we call as brainstorming. How to brainstorm. Okay, brainstorm. And we'll have a technique called as how to use Canvas. Essays Canvas is like an essays format. And then this is week 4. Week 4 is your actual essays writing. They're all tests. ये 4-week का course है, and in the week 3 I'll demonstrate lot of PYQs. In fact, I think we have covered the PYQs of last 5-6 years. Like in some way or other we have discussed. and till your week 3, this is almost no essays writing. It is just learning what is a good essay. Small paragraphs, but no proper essays writing. And I'll recommend that these videos, watch them 3-4 times. Watch the videos, make your notes. Watch the videos, make your notes. And then week 4 is give your tests, which we will check. And every week you will have one day where we will have, live mentoring sessions. Me and Dave will sit down with you all and take you through the process. Okay, so it's a 4-week course. We'll teach you the basics. We'll teach you how to develop ideas. We'll teach you how to actually structure the essay, and then we will have the tests. Okay, so whatever we can teach you as part of essays writing, essentially is part of this course. I hope you see value in what we are trying to teach you. There's no link on the chat, Meghna. Meghna, you are on the dashboard. On the dashboard, we don't have. We will share it with you. Maybe we have your numbers. Somebody will get in touch with you. Meghna and Shubham, you have joined me on the dashboard. We'll help you on that. SSP, I do not know your full name, SSP. You can tell us your name. We'll get back to you on that. You're registered, so you'll get the information. Any other question you have? 1 hour of workshop, I could have only discussed as much. At least today's session was telling you how essays writing is unlike the other papers you have. How essays writing is different from the other type of readings and writings that you do. And you do not have to wait for GS to get over. You can start immediately. Oh, Saurav Sen Patel, SSP. Oh, that's a nice ring to your name. And I hope you actually end up adding SSP to your list of achievements in life and career. My blessings to you. Anything else you want me to clarify? Any other doubt that you have, you want me to address? Anybody? Absolutely. You don't have to wait. You can start off. और हम आपको कोर्स के बिगिनिंग में ही will give you all the dump. All the videos हम आपको एक साथ दे देंगे. You can binge watch the videos. Sit down at one go, watch the videos 2-3 times. कान लगा के पॉडकास्ट की तरह सुन लो. That's your choice. Harsha, if you attempt writing maybe 10-12 essays, it helps. We'll do that, Satvik. We'll activate them starting from today. Once you have joined the course, we'll activate it. Shubham, there are a lot of books and videos. You can follow that, or you follow what we tell you. Harsha, if you're giving your mains this year, try writing 4 or 5 essays at least. Okay, anything else you want me to answer, or we are done for the session? I'll conduct some more sessions of this kind. I'll teach you how to write, how to develop ideas. I'll teach that to you slowly, gradually. Yeah, all good? Anything else you want me to clarify, or we can break for the day? Sachit, the course remains valid for any year you attempt the paper. The same course. There's no separate course for 26 or separate for 25. For any year that you want to attend, you can join the course. It's valid either ways. Because it's not a current affairs thing, no? It's a wisdom types. Okay. It's valid in whichever year you want to get the examination. Okay, then all of you, my blessings, my wishes. I hope to see you in the SAS class. Join in. And all of you join the Telegram group also. Okay, that's where we give you continuous mentoring. We give continuous mentoring to you. Okay, it's free of cost. So write and share. We will keep on teaching. Okay, then bye bye, all of you. Take care. Bye bye, and thank you for joining us.